have to accept this diversity, and we cannot afford to see the fellow Indian as the other. Because if we do that, we are belittling ourselves, we are hurting our own chances. So the point is to see us as an entirety and to see that, look, we are all part of a common family. Now, in a family, you've got different people who behave differently. You agree with some, you don't agree with some, but you can't deny they're all part of the same family. So we have to admit the truth that we are part of the same cultural and societal DNA. At the core, we are one family. Now in Kerala, for example, some people there, and I think have this habit that eating is not a joint activity. Reading is a joint activity. It's called Kutumba Parayanam. Everybody gets together and reads. But people eat at the time that suits them. So in that sense, you have space for individuality. You have space for coming together. And it's important to find what spaces are important for individuality and coming together. Minimum government, maximum governance. The fact is, in India, reform doesn't mean new policies. Reform doesn't mean adding to existing policies. Reform means the chopping away of a lot of policies that are harmful and that are deadwood. So reform is actually much simpler in India than it would be in most other countries. That's what we need. Say if somebody in Inventure goes to work in the education department, it will be enormously enriching to the department and to the individual from Inventure, because you can see how government works, and the government can see how a mind which is tuned to practice is working. This inbreeding, this silo creation of the Indian bureaucracy, not just the bureaucracy as a whole, but multiple silos within the bureaucracy, are extremely harmful to the future of India. The hope, frankly, is youth and technology. Young people today are less willing to accept humbug. They question. Back in the days when cable television was coming, and you had some very young television, reporters pushing a mic in somebody's face and asking questions in a very rough and rude manner. A lot of people were aghast. I was delighted, because you need to bring down those high inflated egos a bit. In much the same way, I'd like to say, our young people today, they are developing in an age in which they are challenging conventions, they're challenging authority. And it's not going to lead to chaos. People believe that if you have more control, it will lead to stability. More control in India will lead to chaos. Our DNA is such that less control, more freedom, more innovation and independence will lead to a much better result. The good news is that you're going to have 100 million reporters in India armed with smartphones that can identify images, that can stream video and stream it out to television channels or to their own blogs. Now, for example, people say that India is not a place safe for women. In my view, it's not that we have become much worse now. But fortunately, this crime against women is more exposed now. People are speaking out. In the past, they never did. People are being discovered. In the past, they were never discovered, which is a good thing. And this is only going to multiply with technology. So that's the good news, frankly, that you're going to have a large number of people who become, quote-unquote, reporters. And the job of a reporter, as I said, in my view, is to identify the corrupt, identify the inefficient, the incompetent, identify the people who look down on other Indians and try and get personal advantage. And I think more and more people are going to come forward, and those who believe that you can hold this tide back are being very unrealistic. This tide is coming. I think it's a very simple gesture of have confidence in yourself, in your DNA, have confidence in the fact that you were born in a country of 5,000 years, which civilization has remained constant over those 5,000 years. Chinese are slowly recovering that civilization. The Indians, and if I may say so, the Jewish people, the thousands of years of persecution, but they have still maintained their culture. Have pride in that fact. Have pride in every phase of our culture. Every phase has been useful. The Vedic phase has been useful. The Mughal phase has been useful. The British phase has been useful. Embrace all of that. We are a wonderful people, and we are a wonderful people because we should not have a false sense of what I would call a vertical society. When we introduced this caste from birth, it created a vertical society. This is wrong. Somebody at the top, somebody at the bottom. My old friend Kanshiram used to tell me, horizontal is the right way of society. You know, this may be different from this. This will be different from this, but it's all the same level. Each of us globally are at the same level. So let's think horizontally, not vertically as far as other human beings are concerned. And let's think vertically like a rocket, the way our dreams are concerned and the way we can believe our achievements to be.